So we're back at it on the 300Zx twin turbo, replacing the thermostat, the water pump and the fan belt what fell off. In the previous videos we got all the timing covers off, we got the rad hoses off, we obviously took the radiator out as well. If you haven't watched those, go back and watch those. All we need to do now before we can start putting things back together is get the water pump itself off and get the thermostat out. So to get the thermostat out, you take the thermostat out. Things like that don't happen that easily on a 300Zx usually. So to get the water pump off, series of 12mm bolts, one there, one there, one there, one down the bottom there, and then a awkward one right behind the timing cover. Now when this designed this car, they thought every time we put something on, let's hide some of it behind something to make it awkward. Anyway, this one should be easy, hopefully. Yeah. Yep. So let's get all the easy ones out first and then worry about the one behind the timing belt cover. So what we're going to do is we're just going to find an old rag we dropped on the floor earlier. Like Blue Peter, and we'll put that in there because no doubt some car wee will come out at some point. So we'll note that this one is this extra big bolt, so that's where that one goes when we put it back together. And the reason it's extra big is I don't know, but it is. Right, so just the awkward one down there behind the timing belt cover, which maybe, yeah, we could just about get that on there, I think. Just be very careful about the friction on the timing belt. Whether it's going to go past it or not, it's a different matter. Yeah, it should do. I think that's actually out, it's just caught. Yep, that's out. Sort of. Move the camera
down here so you can see what's going on. What it is it's got a little washer on it. The fucking washer won't come past the fucking timing belt. So yeah, got that out. That was fun. So all the bolts are out, so theoretically it should be loose, but obviously it's stuck on with some RTV, so it might need a little bit of a tap or a wiggle. And yep, that's going to be full of crap. And it's going to go all over the time belt, that's why we put that down there. But, well, there isn't much choice unless you're doing the time belt as well. So we're just going to have to wipe it off when it's finished doing its thing. So here we are, here's the old water pump. It turns. It's got all its fins in there, although they do look a bit rusty and old. And it doesn't have any play in it, but we're putting a new one on anyway. So I'll just take an old rag and give all the surfaces here a good old clean down, because these are going to have some RTV go on them, which is basically liquid gasket to seal back up, because apparently Nissan didn't use gaskets in these areas. Yep. Don't forget the little bit what's hidden right up there. So I was in the middle of Lidl says we got a set of these for not a lot of money, so I got them, and we're just gonna use it just to scrape off any remainders of RTV what might be on there. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it, but it's how I'm doing it. Yep, that doesn't want to be in there. Yeah, this is the area where it's got most of it on. I seem to have put it next to it as well. Yep. Bit there as well. So a nice clean ish flat surface, don't get any leaks. So what I'm going to attempt to do now, and I'll use attempt as a loose term because everything on this car's an attempt, is get these off, because these are rubber and 30 years old, and rubber what's 30 years old goes all brittle and shit, and water goes through them and it'll end up leaking. So I've got some new silicone ones from Z1, so we just need to get these off. And there's this little clip thing what you squeeze here, nose clamp basically, with your needle nose pliers, and then you pull it off, but it'll be a pain in the ass and it won't come off like so. So we'll just try the other side and find out that that one's probably going to be equally as shit. No, that's not coming off either. So as I'm not intending to reuse these and I've got new ones, we can use the non-conventional method, which you shouldn't use if you're going to put them back on. And I don't know if it's going to work or not anyway, but it might do. Yeah, yeah, that's cruddy, very cruddy. Yeah. Yep, not coming out very easily. So what you might already notice is there's a metal tube in here, but not at the bottom there isn't, because it's broken. Well, it's just disintegrated. Luckily you can get these metal tubes, so yeah, that's something else I'm going to have to order from Z1. And as you can see, this side, yeah, that's exactly the same, it's all rotted away at the bottom. Yes! Got that off. Hopefully it means that the rubber might come off. You never know. Ow, or maybe not. Just point out that that's f***ing sharp. Yep, don't think I'll be reusing that. So yeah, as you can see, that's all rotted and broken. But it bolts on there, and you can get a new one and you just bolt it on with some RTV. So that's what we're gonna have to do. Yeah. So the old bottom of that pipe there's missing, so if we didn't change these, we'd never known that was knackered. So yeah, new one of them, new one of them. If you'd like to buy some used coolant bypass hoses, let me know in the comments. Good condition, looked after. So what I'm going to do now is I've got a heat gun, which is probably as old as the car. I'm just going to heat this up to get rid of some of the excess water that's in here. Well, that didn't work very well, so what I've done is I've borrowed a fan assisted heat gun. Just to blow some of those excess water out of there. I'm going to mop that up then, because the RTV is probably not going to work if it's wet. Also, I don't really want it sitting on the timing belt wet for too long. Also, we did cover it up, so we stopped it mostly going on it. So that's going to naturally dry and drip for a while, so I'm going to leave it a couple of days, and then we're going to RTV up, put on the new water pump.